train yards, thinking about graveyards. I wonder, Lord, what would they ever write on mine? Another soul laid to rest on cold Montana morning, just trying to make it north of 49.
Hey guys, so pretty excited for today. We're gonna get out and try and trap some beavers here in the ditches around the area. I threw in 4 beaver floats and 4 muskrat floats, so threw in a few extra body grips and a few extra footholds and that sort of thing just in case. But you can see, still pretty frozen out here, but yeah, the creek should be flowing pretty hard now. So I'm gonna see if I can find a few spots. If not, we'll go to Tim Hortons, get a coffee anyway. So I'm winning in the end. But yeah, see what we get up to. I'm pretty excited. It's March, or not March, geez, April, I think it's the 18th or 19th now. And yeah, you can see it's pretty wild. Last year we were actually seeding, I think it was the 20th or 21st, something like that, really early of April. And a year later, we still have over a foot of snow in the fields. So, county roads are pretty messed up. It's going to be slow going, but going to get around and explore, see what we can see here today. And if nothing else, we're doing some pre-scouting for next week. So, yeah, stay tuned. Well, we're just pulling up the first slough here, so this one splits the road, which is kind of cool. One thing I forgot was funnels. I should have brought funnels, because I know there's a couple culverts in here somewhere. But you can see the muskrat's been tunneling into the road here. There's another good trench there. Another good one right where the snow is there. Another one right up, I think it's right there. I can't quite see the screen. But, yeah. But nothing's quite open yet, so I'll have to go around and find the culverts in here, because guaranteed there is somewhere. But this would be an awesome spot for colony traps. I'm gonna put floats in here once it opens, because this will be full of muskrat. And actually, right down there, there's a beaver house. So I know there's beavers in here too. But nothing for right now. So let's go on to the next one. Holy heck, guys. This bridge, I was here, I don't know, maybe 7 days ago. And the water was, it wasn't even up to the gate there. It was like way out here. So this water is probably up 7-8 feet since I was here last. But it's definitely getting afloat. That's awesome. Oh. So I'm gonna try and do the floats the same as I do at most of the other spots. I'm just gonna hang it right off the bridge so it's underneath down in here. And what I'll do is I wrap the cable around here and hook it on that little eye bolt, or the bolt that holds the pillars on. So yeah. Then it's away from the public. I don't have to worry about the public at all. It's safe. There's not going to catch any dogs, that sort of thing. But we're going to put one float here for sure. And I don't know, I might come back and put a second one here after. Let's go launch this guy. Now the beavers generally are going to be swimming closer to the edges, so not putting it right out on the middle of the bridge. There we go. Sorry, I'm just taking the cable off here.
we go. I don't know if this cable's gonna be long enough, but we will try it. So, got that there. So that's how we want that. This cable's not quite long enough for what I want, but I can wrap it around here. Will work just as good. But yeah, not sure why. There's kind of a back eddy going on here. So I don't know if you guys can see that. The water's coming this way to flow down there. So not really sure what's going on or why that is. So I'll move it to the other side. But now my favorite placement. I like to wrap it around this and then put it onto here or here. This is my favorite spot, but yeah, that's all we got for a float down there. And I really wish it would get out in that current and go for a walk, but it don't want to. You know what? Get a little bit farther over here. Oh well, it'll work all the same. So that's gonna be one float, and you can see the triggers are right on bottom, or right at the water level. So let's go and get out of here before somebody comes by. So I prefer to put them on the upstream side of the bridge, and that way the float floats underneath the bridge. And so if somebody's snooping and looking, that's not good. If somebody's snooping and looking, they look down and you can't quite see anything down there. Unless the float floats out like this, I guess. Let's see what this log does. Hopefully it misses the float. Oh yeah, we're good. That's the hard part with trapping this year. There's so much crap floating around, but don't see any muskrat poop on it. I'm surprised. You'd think there'd be something on there, but oh well, let's load up, go to the next spot. Guys, I found a second spot here I want to set. Just on the other side of the bridge. So I tried to put a muskrat float in here, but the ground's too frozen. But I found this tree, and that is an awesome place to tie off to. There's also a den that comes out right here. So safety's off. Oh, I think the trap just moved. I don't know, it's still firm. Okay, take the cable out, away from there. And if you want to get really fun with it, you can blend them in really nicely and throw some crap up on there. Oh, that's too far. Throw some junk up on here, just like that. You can mud them up, do all sorts of fun stuff with them. But let's go and loop this guy around here. Now, I don't really want it to float down too far, so I'm gonna let it sit in here because I don't want it to be too obvious from the road. But there's another good set there. So again, triggers are right at the water level, and it'll float around in here and not cause any problems. So as long as it doesn't turn in too far, looks like it's gonna try. Let's push it out. Oh, that's the cable that keeps catching. There we go. Something like that. It's right what we want. So here's a spot I would absolutely love to trap and put some floats in, but there's way too many people here. There's a little subdivision here. There's a little subdivision just back there. So it's hard to put a trap here without it going missing. That being said, instead of using floats, I could just use a foothold on a rod. Maybe I'll try doing that really quick, but I don't see any traffic coming, so yeah. I'm always paranoid of the public, of people, because traps aren't cheap, and I also don't feel like getting yelled at. I mean, a $6 muskrat or a $20 beaver isn't worth getting screamed at by some idiot who doesn't understand what's going on or doesn't understand the laws. So the other thing I see is there's definitely people coming along here quite often. Looks like maybe a kid with their parent. So have to be really cautious about dogs and that sort of thing. So we don't want to catch any pets. But what I'm going to try and do, it looks too deep. I was going to try and get over there and put a foothold just on that, but maybe we'll try something just around the corner there. I'll just use a foothold on a little rod, one of these. So I got this guy, and I want a heavy trap. What do we got? There we go. That'll be perfect. And I'll need my toothpaste. So here's a good spot. What we're gonna do, let's kick it down to water level. Take our rod, make sure it's stabbed in good. So, and I made a video on not buying all the shiny trinkets and crap that trapping industry sells. This is kind of a perfect scenario. So this chain, the way I have it looped, will go down and it won't come back up this rod. If we can bed this trap in here a little nicer. So there's that. Just take a dab of toothpaste and put it right there. So that's a really cool muskrat set. Works really well. If I wanted to put a beaver trap in here, right there would be the spot. You can see all that gravel's washed out. This would also be a really good spot for a funnel, so I might bring a funnel back tomorrow when I check this and put it down in here and try and catch some muskrat that way. So we're just a mile from where we put those last two beaver floats under the other bridge. This is the next bridge up. And you can see the conditions are completely changed here. So lots of flowing ice, lifting ice, that sort of thing. I don't know if this will be a good spot to put a float unless we can get it along the edge here somewhere. So just looking at this. I'll have to play around, but there's a car coming, so I'm gonna stop recording. Not quite sure where I'm going to put this trap yet. I know I'm going to put one in here, but just don't quite know where. Because I don't like how tall these bridges are compared to the cables. And here's what I like to do. Move it around here. Oh, shoot, so sorry you guys can't see. So this is what I prefer to do. So loop it around here like that, and then onto here. That way there's no way it can come off. But so there's our float. Hopefully nobody screws with it. But that's the best we can do here. If you're enjoying it, like, share, follow, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one.